All right, all right. Welcome back. We've been gone for a good minute, but we here. We ready to go. Dare to tell the truth. What questions do we have for the cast? Make sure you tune in, share, share, share. Set your notifications because it's gonna be spicy up in here. Now over to Dwight.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? And welcome to Grown Man Talking, and I'm your host Dwight. And we just gonna have a little fun. We've been gone for a minute. We miss y'all just as much as y'all miss us. And we just gonna do like a laid back freestyle, just some little truth in there. And I don't know if our phone lines are up or not, but if they are, and if you want to answer some questions that the one we're gonna be answering, hey, be free to do so. But until then, let me bring in the rest of the cast members. Let me bring in Brother Dez. You in the house? Come on in, Dez.
Hey, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Carl. Welcome back. No, stop. All right. And let's bring in Miss Keisha joining the group, joining the men show. And I bring on Miss Keisha. Come on in, Keisha. Oh, what's that? Oh,
Hey.
throw your hands in the air and wave like you just don't care. And not last, but not the last or least, but Miss Spicy in the background. Say hello to everybody, Spicy. Go ahead.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, so I guess it's just us four amigos for the day. So the rest of those clowns, I guess they were too scared to show up. They didn't want to answer no truth and dare questions. But hey, it's all about fun. So, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get us started. Since Spicy in the background, I'm gonna answer that way we can't too much see her expression on her face. Now, Spicy, all of us gonna ask this question. Now, you're not married, but let's say that you're married, right? And
I used to be married.
Well, you used to be married, but say you are married, and you know how they have when you stay on the altar and you say for richer or poor, the devil you part, for better or for worse. I just want to ask, if you was married and your husband got another woman pregnant, which will you stay with him? Because that's the bad, that's the worst. But could you stay with him if he made a mistake and got another woman pregnant?
Another. Hell no. No, it's time for me to exit.
Well, wait a minute now. I get what you're saying, but that's for the worst. But could you actually, if he comes to you and tell you, baby, I effed up, whatever excuse he gave, I was drunk and I got another woman pregnant, please forgive me, you still leave him?
That is a hard one because I'm gonna tell you straight up. It's one thing when you cheat, but then when you have a whole baby with another woman, that I don't know about men's emotion, but to me, in emotion, it really cuts deep. So that's like the ultimate betrayal. When you say the words, I mean that's not the words. That's the overkill to me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. A lot of people, but everybody reacts different and everything. I mean, I talked about this with a couple of people. Some agree. To a certain. They're like, yay. Some would stay. Some would leave on the spot. But you gotta admit, that's the worst. I mean, it don't really get no worse than that your partner run behind your back and got somebody else pregnant, and that's kind of a hard pill to swallow. So you will show them the door, huh?
Yeah. No, I'll exit out the door myself. No.
Okay. Now, brother Dez, same questions. You got married. You and your wife been together for a long time. Y'all been having maybe a little issue here and there, but she comes to you and say, I effed up. I'm pregnant and the baby's not yours. Are you gonna stay with that woman and work it out with her?
My bad. I'm sorry that beeping threw me off for a second. I thought that was just a question for her. I thought we was gonna get.
No, we all ask no same question.
But you know what? Honestly, that's kind of a double-edged sword because a part of me would say I would stick it out with her,
Right.
but the other part of me is like I'm gonna be looking at this kid knowing I'm not that kid's father. And I know they say, if you feed a child long enough, they'll start looking like you. But
Yeah.
I'll know that ain't my child.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I would
Right.
prefer for her not to tell me that it wasn't my child and just let me believe that was my child.
Oh, okay. But
Well, what if that child come out a different color?
well, yeah.
Well, then ain't no hiding that. You're gonna have to come clean.
Woo!
I'm just saying you're gonna have to come out clean. It's like Cat Williams said in the movie. Now that one might be mine, but I don't know who baby that is. That baby got a 700 credit score right now.
Cat Williams said it the most in that movie. He sure did. Yes, he did. That was a good movie. Y'all need to check that out. Now, Keisha, what about you now? You've been married to this man. Y'all do everything together, but the man came to you one night and he said, "Look, baby, I effed up. I always told you I'm not gonna hide nothing from you. I'm gonna be a man and tell you I got another woman pregnant." Could you forgive that man and stay with him?
Tell the truth, shame the devil.
That's right. Tell the truth, shame the devil.
That would probably be my response. I don't know, because then if I say yes, that's the rest of our lives that we got to deal with the baby mama. I got to look at this woman. So on the other side, I got to look at her, knowing, and y'all still messing around. Was it just a one-time thing? Is she a ghetto girl? Is she like, it's a lot of factors. I would initially probably try to stick it out, but the first sign of drama.
Right.
I don't mistreat no kids. I would never, ever, regardless of how the baby got here, I would never mistreat a child, because that's a child and they didn't ask to be here. But it just depends on how things go. If she cool and it was an accident and they go their separate way, then
you can't handle an accident to get somebody pregnant now, because you got to do the dude to get them pregnant. So see, I say, hey, that's not an accident. Y'all did what you did, but it's not like you said you're trying to work it out with them. That's what you're saying, Keith.
I would. Kay Marie said that she tried it and it was the worst decision ever. So it's just different for everyone. It's just different. Like I said, it depends on how it go. I would thank him for being honest, but like you knew you were married before you went out there. So how really sorry are you?
But see, it could be, what if it wasn't accidental. Maybe, she may have trapped him because of the fact that
Wait. Accidentally.
She might have trapped me, right? Because what if she knew I was married, but she was trying to do something to get me away from my home? She could have did something like poke a hole in the condom.
Now, Des, I agree, because Dad, definitely a good point, because say Des, took some medication. He went to take it and he drank something and he was just passed the F out. And then she just started doing her greedy stuff, got her up and then started riding like a stripper pole. So that can happen.
But see, at the end of the day, him and her know she was married too. So ain't no accidents, because the accident is, something when no.
Well, no, the accidental part would be maybe the condom broke or something like that. But I'm sorry, you never know. You can accidentally fall into some. Who left this here?
Hey,
boy.
I can't with him.
Hey, he made a good point. The condom can come off. Y'all be in the friction and the thing just slip off. It does happen. Yeah, it definitely happens. So,
I'm gonna tell you, if a man decides to put a condom on, she put holes in it, he already know that he 100.
Yeah, that's a trip right there. That's why men just put the condom on for yourself. I ain't saying all women do that, but they do put holes in the condoms. Yeah.
I know.
But like Kay, but like Kay Marie said down in the comments, though, it's still that betrayal, because at
Yeah.
the end of the day, I would still have to be held accountable for the fact that I went outside of the vow that I took when it's all said and done.
Man,
And see, for that better or for worse, does not mean cheating.
Well, that is the better worse. But no, I'm not gonna lie. Now, okay,
that don't include cheating now. Better for worse.
For the worst. I mean, Richard Poor for better or for worse.
That is worse.
Yeah, worse to me is cheating. You cheating on somebody. That's the trust and everything. That's real bad. That's worse. That's what they say. Until death do your part. Now, I'm not gonna lie. That'd be a hard pill for me to swallow if I'm married and my wife come and tell me, I went out and got messed up and let some dude play in the forest, and now I'm about to, I'm pregnant and it ain't yours. I ain't gonna lie, I would have to seriously do some praying and say, God, give me the strength, because this woman went and got pregnant by another dude. And first of all, I'm gonna ask her, okay, is he gonna be involved? Is he gonna help raise this child? Or I'm the one who's gonna take the responsibility of raising this child full time and everything. I don't know. I'll probably depend on, I might try to work it out with her, but I would also have that in my mind. Can I trust her? So if it did say for better or for worse, to death do your part. So, like I said, everybody's different. I really can't say you wrong if you decide to leave, because I'm not you, and everybody feels different about that. So all of y'all make great points. I mean, but that's the worst. It is the worst though. For better or worse, death do us part.
Or till death do us part.
Okay, y'all give me a couple of seconds. Go ahead on with your questions. I'll be right back in just a second.
All right.
Some people can snap. Some men come home or a woman come home and so you may meet that till death do us part sooner than you think. So you may have for better or worse and to death do us part all at one moment.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna say this while Spicy. I'm gonna go here with the next question. Let me ask. I'm gonna go with Brother Dez. Dez, how long should, if you're single and you meet a woman, y'all really getting along, how long should you wait, or y'all wait before y'all have sex?
It depends on how bad y'all want it. If it's on the first night, it's on the first night. If it's on the fourth or the fifth day, it's on the fourth or the fifth day.
Okay. Now, Des, would you make that first move, or would you just let it happen that both of y'all just decide that y'all want to do if you do that on the first night?
Oh man, I didn't know it was a part 2 to that question. Well, since we playing Dare to Tell the Truth, I have been the one to make the first move.
Okay.
I have dropped subtle hints, and I have been very straightforward with it.
Right. Well, hey, that's what it's all about.
Hey, I mean, so what we doing after this?
My man, hey.
You about to go to sleep?
Hey.
You about to lay it down? Your kids sleep?
Hey.
You got a babysitter, right?
Yeah.
You got that babysitter for a reason, did you? I know what you want, girl.
Look,
you must plan on spending.
I don't know about the spending the night part, but
Oh no, you ain't finna do all that. You better have that already situated in your head. You better have my pillow. You better have my pillow already over there, because it ain't no tag you leave.
Oh, gotta have that extra drawer for her.
Woo!
I
ain't worried about the drawer. Extra pillow there.
Some women don't want. Not all women want to spend the night or have to spend the night.
You're right.
They just want what they want, and they gon' scatter.
Scratch my back, I scratch your back. Then you go home. I mean, hey, everybody do stuff different. Hey, you don't know about spending the night in this house. Now, what about you, Keish? If you meet a person and y'all into it, how long you think it should be before y'all get into it? Now, Dad said
I guess it depends on how into it you are, because you can meet somebody and be casually into it, and you're just trying to get to know that person, looking for all the flags and all the crazy. But once we get past that part, I would say no more, probably right at a month, because in that time I'm gonna get to know you, and if the opportunity,
okay,
yeah.
Well, I ain't nothing wrong with you. Please.
I mean, because we gotta get to know each other. I ain't never had a one night stand, so ain't nothing happening on the first night.
That part.
No.
Okay.
See, that's the thing with that. You got to be careful because you got some people out there, they be like, oh, we done did it 3 times. Oh, we go together now.
See?
Well, you might say, you
do it one time and we going.
Shoot.
We do it one time and we together.
3 times? It's 3 times a charm.
We already a couple. We together.
We together now. Yeah. Spice, what about you? How long you gonna make that man wait? Y'all feeling each other. So how long you gonna make that man wait, Spicy?
We feeling each other.
Yeah, y'all feeling each other.
Okay.
Y'all can feel each other that person.
I could say, like, with my ex-husband, it was 11 months before I even did anything with him because I was a virgin at the time. But after then, I could say, like, now it's like it's gotta be a few conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Because we grown now.
What if you wait that long and then when you finally do it, you be like, you mean to tell me I waited all this time for this?
No, but see, I was young then. Really okay, I'm 54 now, so my thing is tomorrow ain't promised. So I'm gonna just say, when it comes out of me, it ain't the first night, but it's gotta be at least 3 months.
Well, like Dan said, you wait all that time and it ain't no good. I mean, you wasted 3 months.
Well, if he
you ain't really lost nothing.
No, that's just 3 months. 6 months, okay, maybe you feel it a little bit, but nah.
Dang. Boy, yeah. Hey,
but I'm gonna be honest. I've had an attraction to somebody so deeply, and it's like, I say, after the 3rd visit, it was on.
Now, see,
the moral standards of this panel.
Like, if it happens, it happens. I mean, something like that dumb book, Steve, what's his name? What's that? Steve, 90 days. I said, boy, shut the hell up, Steve. Ain't nobody waiting no damn 90 days when you come up with that crazy ass book.
And if they do, trust, they're going to be like, okay, I'll wait 90 days. But while you wait 90 days to figure me out, I'm going to be back here doing what I got to do until you decide what you want.
Okay, well, I'm glad you said that because men do the same thing. They're not going to wait I probably ain't no man waiting no damn 90 days. They're going to have somebody getting something on the side or whatever the case may be. You say, well, I'm going to wait till 90 days for you able to. Come on now. It's just like Dad said, you might get in that car and the car ain't running right. Now you wasted all that time for nothing.
Well, just like that movie Jump the Broom. She gave a 6 months rule because she didn't want to be used no more. She wanted to make sure that it was.
Wait a minute, Spice. Who gave a 6 months? Who gave that?
That was on the movie.
In the movie.
Jumping the Broom. Remember, she had a 6 months rule.
No, y'all be straight.
Well, she made a vow to God that she'll, 6 months.
6 months, Spicy.
After waking up in that man bed.
Who gonna wait 6 months on this panel for somebody to give them some? I'll be the first to say, hell no, I ain't waiting no damn 6 months.
I'm human. I got
Keisha, I know you lying. You ain't gonna be waiting no damn 6 months.
I bet I will.
God dang.
Yes.
I know. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Spice, I know you ain't waiting no 6 months.
I sure am.
I can wait 6 months if I ain't getting nothing now. So what's the difference?
I'm just saying.
You missed the part where I say I got needs.
You know what though? As much as I hate to say it, I have waited that long. I have waited that long before.
Now I went without for 10, like say about 10 years. But see, that was without beginning the relationship. Now
if
we going out together and we spending time together, I know.
Really? I'll be damn. I'm gonna wait 6 months. I mean, I can probably, a month or 2 months, but 6 months. Now, since we on that right there, it comes behind this other question. Now, if you marry, and you ain't got to be married, you date somebody, and that person did something wrong, and they were found guilty, and they said they had 10 years to do. Now, a lot of times it's 10 years. will you wait on that person's privacy? If you was with somebody and they broke the law, they got to stay behind bars for 10 years. Could you faithfully stay with that person without doing anything for those 10 years until that man get out of jail? Tell your spicy, I think.
Well, honestly,
yeah.
We're going to wait till we come back from this break.
Oh, damn. All right, y'all. Get the answer back in 2 I want to hear this.
Being on his head. Bro, get off my face. Wait. You mad? Get off my face. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Man, that's crazy.
That wasn't no skit.
Oh, no, that wasn't no skit.
That wasn't no skit.
Jesus.
That was my thing is that, you know, why should I have to re-raise an adult? Exactly. I'm not going to re-raise no adult. You know what you're doing is wrong.
Hold on. What you just said, I'm going to say, hey, I'm done with it. Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And my thing is, you know, to address something, yes, I'm going to let you know right then and there. You're not going to talk to me in this manner. You're not going to call me out my name. You're not going to scream at me. And my thing is, if he addressed that from the beginning, then he wouldn't have to deal with that then. Because you should have seen from the beginning, like I said when I came back, most men would have said, no, ain't no more chances. You showed me who you are. I didn't appreciate that. I'm gone.
Yeah. Thank you. Because that's all I'm talking about. If you're going to treat me ignorantly, I don't mind that. I can take that blow. Because the first time is the shame on me. There will never be a second time to have a shame on you. I'm going to get up out your goddamn way. If you don't know how to use your mouth, then don't expect me to be present.
All right. During our commercial breaks, we will be recapping some of the shows that we had. So make sure that y'all just pay attention because it's just something that we used to have back in the day. But make sure y'all tune in next Friday as Grown Men Talking Incorporated will return back to your screen with the relationship break. What that is going to be all about? Look, I don't even know. Let's see where he goes with it. And also next Saturday, make sure you also tune in because we will be discussing the dangerous grounds of mental illness. Back to Dwight.
Well. It's always something happening at Walmart. God dang, every time you turn around, some bull crap happening in Walmart. I'll tell you what, and I bet that situation had to do with somebody not getting no sex or somebody slipping up. That's why he was fighting in the store. I don't know, but well, yeah, see what I'm saying? Hey.
What was the end result? What did he lay her out or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
He was at Walmart with another woman, wasn't
he? Man, always something going at Walmart for some reason. That's crazy.
It's getting worse now. It's like you sit at Walmart.
That part right there, but it's situations like that kind of get up under my skin because if this man is literally trying to walk away,
Exactly
She's trying to walk away. What is it about when a man tries to walk away from that toxic behavior that activates women and makes them want to even egg him on even more? Is it?
Yes,
I mean, because it's almost. I mean, not all women, but some women will egg them on and just keep on going. If a man says, or even if anybody says, look, I don't want to deal with it, leave me alone. Just I'm trying to do this. I ain't got time for that. Why would you constantly get in that person's face and then have an attitude or be upset if that person retaliated and put their hands on you?
Woo.
Because you're trying to get that behavior.
Well,
because you're not that mad as a woman. You trying to provoke to do something to you.
That's
sometimes women feel like they're not gonna do nothing. That's right.
Because in situations like that, most of the time the law is gonna be on the woman's side, whether she's right or wrong.
Yeah.
True.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I jump out of second story window just to get away from a woman because she was just getting on my nerve. Then she blocked the door. I went to that bedroom, opened up that window, and jumped out that damn window just to get away from her.
Wow.
Sure did. When men don't want to hear, they try to do what they can do to get away from it. But all like this, not always, but some women just keep pressing on that button. Let that man go. If he's done, let him walk away. Just leave him alone. Quit egging it on. Quit making it to where he might do something he might regret. But yeah, they need to stop that for real. For real. Now, back to you, Spicy. Thought the guy. Could you wait for your man for 10 years? I mean, it ain't never 10 years. 10 years go by real quick. Now, could you stay with that man's side and not do nothing on the outside that he may later find out? Could you stay faithful and wait for that man to come out if he's sentenced to 10 years in jail? Could you do it?
You covered my tracks right there because I started to say not faithfully, but staying with him for 10 years and he got locked up, I didn't put him there. And my thing is that if you got yourself in a situation to where you no longer in my life the way I need you, then the relationship to me is over. It's over.
Well, Spicy, now wait a minute. Now, who said he was guilty? Maybe they, people found guilty of sometimes they're innocent. Now, this man could be innocent. He said, baby, I wouldn't do nothing like that. They got me in here for 10 years. 10 years. Oh, you gonna wait for me? No, I'm a good man.
Long time. 10 years. I'm just gonna be honest. I can't do it. I can't.
She said she out of here. She can't do it. That's why I like. At least you've been honest about it. I mean, you can't get no honest than that. That's just being real with it, regardless who like it or not. That's just being real. Some people say, "Hey, I'm not going to do no 10 years." Now, brother Dez, could you wait for your woman to get out of jail for 10 years?
I can wait for her to get out, but I mean, we're gonna have to have some conjugal visits in there, and I'm just gonna keep it real. Sometimes it gets to the point, out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
Especially when incarceration is involved. So I mean, I don't know because I've never been in that situation, but hypothetically, more than likely I would end up messing with somebody else. Now I wouldn't have no kids on her or nothing like that. Now that's just disrespect. But I ain't gonna sit up here and say, "Oh man, I stick by my baby's side. I just be talking to Thumbelina and Paulina and and Palmetta, and we be sending pictures and and video chatting. I sneak her money so she can get her a phone and we can do what we do, video chat." I'm not gonna sit up here and say all that because that's probably not going to happen.
Right.
But I would be there for her when she got out if she so chose to even be with me when she got out.
Yeah. Now, Dez, like the same second part I gave Spicy. What did you say, baby? I didn't do that. I'm innocent. These people put this on me. Please, whatever you do, don't leave me. Don't do nothing until I get out. Could you do it? Or will you just tell her right there, baby, I love you, but damn that, goddamn.
I'll be like, look, I tell her, I know you got needs. Ain't nothing I can do for you in here. Hey, ain't nothing I can do for you in here, you know. So I mean, if you
Yeah,
got something, I know it's probably a couple of dudes you was looking at already. Now's your chance. Go
right.
and do what you do. Just don't
So
let. I don't want to know about it. I
how
don't want
long
to
did
know about it.
Papoose wait on Remy Ma though? I know she was gone for some years.
Who was that?
Papoose.
I don't
Pebbles?
know. I don't think he cheated on her until after she got out.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
So I know she was gone for a while and, away from her kids and from him. And they said he had her back and he held her down. But how long was that?
Yeah.
Mm,
Oh,
no.
now,
Now,
Keisha,
like, see, DJ Max said something. Now, let me clarify
what you
this.
say?
Marriage is not a joke to me.
Why getting-
But my thing about it is like,
Oh, okay. He said, why
when you say for
generation? You
better
said
or
what
for
was
worse, it does not include to where
Yeah.
this dude then committed a crime to where he's 10 years gone. I know DJ Mack ain't gonna stay faithful. I know he ain't gonna just wait, all dry and stuff, So let's be. Well, some women they'll divorce them while they're in it. Like, no, I couldn't do it.
Well, Spicy let know it ain't happening. And like I said, Spicy, I respect your decision now. Now, Keisha, the same question that Daz and Spicy answered, could you wait? And you're married to the man y'all dating. He said, baby, they frame me. They're going to lock me up for 10 years. Oh, wait on me, baby. What you going to do?
I'll wait on him. You didn't ask the right question.
Wait, no, okay.
I'll wait.
Let's rephrase that question then. Because see, Daz
I will wait. I wouldn't let anybody come in between, but if I needed to get a little, scratch or something taken care of, a little itch, whatever, then yeah, I wouldn't go and get in a full relationship with nobody and,
But you're going to get that.
nothing like that.
Scratch. You'll take care of that itch,
and
though,
go back.
right?
What?
Okay.
What'd you say?
You said, but you're gonna wait. But if you got an itch, you're gonna go get that itch scratch, right?
You gonna go get her a rose.
Just because you do that, don't mean that you got a relationship with the person.
No,
right.
I'm just
that's what
being
I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that.
Because you already know he coming home, so
yeah, well,
that's just being real. Now I can lie and say I'm gonna wait.
But I'm with Brother Dave
But
too. I'll wait.
we dare to tell the truth.
Am I gonna go get some dessert from time to time? I mean, 10 years, that's a long time. Now some people probably can do it. They can probably go get them a toy, play with that toy for the next 10 years, whatever. But some people gonna say, well, shit, I need some real stuff. That toy ain't getting it. But I mean, that's just being real.
I would hold on as long as I could, because you can occupy your time with other things. It just depends on how much control you have over that certain urge. Some people have a lot of control, some don't. 10 years is a long time.
That's right. 10 years is a long time.
But
I'll be itching like a dog with fleas. No, I can't do it.
But see, and I didn't heard a lot of women that got their toy say ain't nothing like the real thing.
Yeah, I heard that too, Daz. I sure did. Because I'll be honest with you, 10 years is a long time. But see, the thing is, could y'all be truthful and say, look, baby, I'll wait, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna get some snacks on the side. But I'll wait
like Kate said, 3 years, okay. But you're talking about 10 years.
Number 10 years, 10 years. Could you do it for 10 years? Could you keep
At
yourself?
that point, it's time to get a divorce, because I'm like, what good am I to you? What good are you to me?
Well, I mean, hey, see, that's life. Things happen. Like I said, you could be innocent. These people just throw your butt in jail, and you know you innocent. You sitting in jail, hoping to get out, hoping they can do something, and then at the same time, you're like, Lord, please don't let my woman step out on me. I committed a crime. I should stay here and I suffer the consequences. But if I'm innocent and I'm in here, how you gonna do me like that? Huh? How you gonna do me like that?
Yeah, DJ Mac, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I mean, if I was to get locked up, I wouldn't expect for that man to stay with me. I feel like that would not be fair to him. And that's just my opinion. I decided to make a choice of whatever happened, or if I was innocent at the same time, I would just have to understand this is a man. And a man has needs, but he also needs companionship. And I can't provide that for him being behind bars. So if anything, I would tell him we have to break up for right now. And if we still had a connection when I get out, okay, then we could go ahead and do that.
Well, wait a minute, Spicy. Now, Dad said, Dad, what was that? They do have those visits that you can go there and knock the boots, right?
Yeah, after that, they not 3 times a week.
I mean, that's better than nothing.
No. That's a lot of suffering throughout.
I couldn't be mad. I could not be mad at my woman if I was locked up for 10 years and she went out and got some. I mean, because like I said, I can't give it to you when you want it and how you want it.
Right.
And, you know, so how can I be upset with you if you go and do that?
Well, you know what? You're right. I'm just to give her permission. Look, hey, I'm been here 10 years. And look, do what you do. Just don't tell me about it. I mean, if you get to that point, take care of your business, but I just don't want to know about it.
Yeah, when I get out there,
I'm just gonna be real about it. I'm just saying, that's because 10 years is a long time.
But you should. You shouldn't do it and take it on the outside, like around his friends, and let everybody see. You got to keep.
It should be undercover.
Yeah, it should be.
You got to
be undercover.
Keep people out your business.
I can't be.
But see, if it's, I was looking at the comments. If it's Fed times, you got to do at least 85% of it. So you're gonna do at least 7.5, 8.5 of them 10.
That's a long time.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I mean that's a lot to think about.
So I want
right now. So
there with Big Bertha.
What's that, Keisha?
I said I want to stay on this side of free because I do not want to be in there with Big Bertha for 8 years.
Well, yeah, Big Bertha. Come on, Big Bertha.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. If you actually be in that situation.
The men, I want to know how the men feel about it. Now, we actually had a show about it. Dr. Jennifer was on the show. Now, I'm going to ask Keisha first. Keisha, this question goes to you first. Now,
wait, China, no, the phone lines are not up. They're not up today.
You know how they have girls trip, and your girls say, come on, Keisha, we're going to go on the 7-day cruise. Now, you go tell your husband, your boyfriend, baby, I'm going to go on a 7 days cruise with my girls. And he said, I do not want you to go. So if he said, I don't want you to go, know how you feel about it, are you still going with your girls? Or you gonna say, but girls, I can't go because my man don't want me to go, so I'm not going to go. So what you going to do?
I wouldn't go.
So you wouldn't go?
No. If my husband and I have sat down and talked, and he said, you know, I right now maybe we don't have the money to go, you know, it's not the time. I would, because he's the head of my house. I'm just gonna tell it like it is. He's the head of the house. We discuss it. He gives me his reasons, but I would expect him to act accordingly if the shoe was on the other foot, because we're gonna respect each other's decision and you know, so no, I wouldn't. I would just tell my girls, hey, y'all, I'm not gonna be able to make this trip.
Okay.
And if they my real girl, they not gonna give me no flack.
Okay, yeah, I agree. Now, I like that answer. Like Dez, same question but different. Now, your girl wife come and ask you, baby, I'm going on this ship. Okay. And we're gonna go for 7 days. Would you let her go?
How much is it gonna cost? How long is it gonna take for us to pay for it?
Well,
Bye. Go. Bye. I'm vacationing. You go on vacation. Go with your girls. Go on with your girls. Go on. I'm going to enjoy your absence.
Oh, Desi.
I ain't saying I'm going to do something wrong. I'm just saying I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy sitting in front of the TV and not being arguing over let's watch this. I want to watch that. I'm going to enjoy that free time.
Oh, okay. Well, shoot, Dad, that's what's up. So I'm going to give you that special treatment for letting her go. Now, Spicy, same thing. You know, your girl say, hey, we're going to go on the 7-day cruise. And your husband's like, well, who's going? You ain't going. I don't want you to go. So what you going to do, Spicy? You going to go with your girls, or you going to say, hey, y'all, my man said I can't go, and I'm staying here. What you gonna do?
Respect my man. I'm gonna just tell you straight up. Respect him, and if he doesn't want me to go or he don't feel comfortable with the type of girls I'm around, then I'm gonna stay back.
Okay, that's what's up. See, I'm like Dez. I'll say the same thing. Enjoy yourself. Please. It's just 7 days. Shoot, take 14. I would not have a problem with that.
You say I'll pitch you for an extra week. But see, now the downside to that though is, now hold up. Can I throw something in now? Now, say for instance, what if y'all had small children together?
I'm still cool with that. I can have
and she's leaving you with the kids.
I can do that
for 7 days.
I'm gonna let you know about that because Spice giving us a sentence, so we'll be back in 2 and 2.
Yeah, because I want to say, can they hear the music or they? Okay, 2 and 2.
Hey, man.
Please give me her outfit. I don't have no clothes for her right now. I just bought those 2 outfits for her.
I'm gonna have to wash that shit. I don't know where it's
Give
at
it
right
here.
now.
I wash it with my hands.
Man, I just put some clothes in there, man.
She don't have nothing.
So she don't have nothing at the house?
I just bought her them outfits, man. I don't have no money right
That's
now.
one outfit. You don't have nothing at the house?
No, I just bought them 2 outfits.
2 outfits at the house?
Everything else is small on her.
So she got 2 outfits? You got your hair done, nails done, all that shit. She got 2 outfits?
My nails not done. It's my real nails.
That makes sense, man. Got fucking all kind of shit over here.
Video.
Well, actually, number one, and I'm glad to be here. I mean, God is something else because I ran into a real live similar situation as we speak, you know. Right. And so my thought, based on your question, is that I think it's horrific for any parent to discard any child. We know that they do it, but I still think that it's the worst thing that you can do. You know what I'm saying, is to do any mental abuse, any physical abuse, any spiritual abuse, any abuse at all to a child, you know, to discard them in that manner. You know, don't get them clothes, don't take care of them. You know, you taking care of yourself better than you taking care of your child. That's a problem. That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? I mean, your child doesn't have a change of clothes or adequate food, you know, and you do, there's a problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big proponent of child protective services, but I am a big proponent of child protection, period.
Yeah, and I agree with you 100%, Mr. Britton. That is terrible and unacceptable. Now, Keisha, how you feel about that? You know, these people that have children, they don't take care of them like they should. They even have the nerve to just drop the child off at the door or the road and take off and leave the child there. I've seen people handle their pets just like it's pets better than they do their kids sometimes. How do you feel about that?
Well, everybody that has the ability to have children should not. Because I'm even dealing with a situation where that bond was not created at the beginning. You know, when we become pregnant with our children, you know, we're in love with this baby before it even gets here. We make that connection. And some mothers, somehow there is a disconnect from as soon as, you know, the baby is conceived, when we're supposed to be loving on this baby, growing with this baby and all of that, they miss that mark. So some people just, I feel, are incapable of loving.
Make me question, is this for me or am I tripping? Maybe I've asked for the Lord to give a message, something that will
All right. We want to thank everyone for supporting us on here tonight. Well, everyone at Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, also Rumble and Instagram. Thank y'all so much. Make sure you tune in next Friday as Grown Men Talking come back on screen. The guys will talk about the relationship break. When you feel like that y'all just need to take a break, what are the boundaries and the red flags? What are you able to do or not to do? Let's talk about it next week. Also, dangerous grounds of mental illness we will be discussing next Saturday on the Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour. So make sure you set your notifications because we will be in the house. Now over to Dwight.
Shoot, yeah. Take that 14, 21-day cruise. That's a break right there. But anyway, all right. I'm gonna go with Dez on this because I had a friend that was in this situation. I ain't gonna mention his name, but I added on to one of the questionnaires here. Now, Dez, say you meet this young lady, y'all been kicking it for a few months, and then all of a sudden one of your boys you ain't seen for a while shows up, and he's acting a little funny, and you ask him a question, and he said, well, I was with this woman for a couple of years. Now, this is one of your best friends. Will you still stay with that woman even though you didn't know nothing about it, but a couple of years later, him and her was in a deep relationship? Could you stay with her after that?
I mean, was he around while we was kicking her, and he just come back around?
Well, it's y'all boys, but you know how, like, I'm friends with some guys, but sometimes they get into so much stuff that I don't see them for over sometimes 6 months to a year or what have you. It's not like y'all had a bad connection, but he was going doing his thing. You was doing your thing with the rest of your friends. You meet this young lady, y'all like each other, y'all kicking it. One day he just happened to show up, and then he just said, well, hey, I was hitting that one time. He and her was dating and everything. Could you still stay with that woman after hearing him saying that they was, intimate, and this, this is one of your boys from back then? Could you still stay with her?
I mean, I didn't have no control over that. I couldn't. How can I hold that against her or him?
You're right.
I didn't know that they was talking, and he didn't find out that me and her is talking now because obviously something didn't work out between them. Now I may be like, well, damn dog, why ain't y'all together? What was going on with y'all? What flags do I need to look for? Give me some heads up. Put me in the game, coach.
Hey, I agree, but that happened to a friend of mine. He was a friend of mine that got with this girl. Well, actually, we was all going to the movies, and a friend of mine that comes back and forth off and on, they got into it because he was dating a girl like a year or so ago. They got into it, fighting over a girl, and he didn't know nothing about it. He was like, well, hey, I didn't know you was dating this girl, but me and her dating, and you want me to break up with her just because y'all broke up? Nigga, I ain't doing that. But
no. That ain't how that worked, player. Whatever you was doing, y'all didn't work out. It's my turn now. Let me do what I gotta do. I'm not gonna stop, especially if I'm feeling this chick and I ain't know that y'all dated or whatnot. Now it'd be different if I knew y'all dated and y'all broke up and then all of a sudden I started dating her. That would make it seem like I was plotting on her the whole time y'all was together.
Most definitely. See, on that note, you didn't know. So, like I said, that happened to one of my friends, and I was like, "Ooh, man!" But hey, it does happen, Now, Spicy, same thing with you. You have a girl. Y'all cool. You talk from time to time. You meet this man. She comes over, surprise you, and then she's like, "Hey, girl, that's you. That's me and him. We used to be, and I really have feelings for him. Will you give him up because your girl still have feelings for him, or you say, girl, hey, I don't know what happened between y'all, but me and him is working, so I ain't dropping them." So same thing. What would you do? Would you drop the dude for the friendship, or would you stay with the dude? So which one would you do?
If he's a good man to me and he's making me happy and feeling everything and the high closed doors, he ain't going nowhere, neither am I. That whatever happened between y'all and didn't work, that was y'all. But I'm not gonna trust him to be alone.
Even if it costs you your friendship, you would still stay with that man?
If it costs me our friendship.
Yeah.
Our friendship would have to be separate from our relationship, but she could not be with him. No, you cannot be left alone with him at all.
Oh, okay. Because you know, some people say, hey, either you leave that person alone, or I'm walking out our friendship.
But you know what? Then I guess I'm walking out the friendship because I ain't giving up a good thing.
All right, then. Hey, look, I'm with you on that. Hey,
if somebody do that to you, they really wasn't your friend to begin with. If they gonna try to make you choose between them and a relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You're right. I agree with 100% on that. Now, Keisha, same thing with you. You know, you met a man. This man is good. One of your friends, you know, come over. You know, you and her, you know, see each other from time to time, and she end up showing up, and she tells you, "Hey, me and him used to be together, and I still got a little feelings for him. So you need to let him go, or we can't be friends no more. I'm not gonna come around." I mean, what would you do? What would you do?
Well, she had to get comfortable on her feet for this one.
I'm gonna talk to him. You know, ask him. I want his part, his version, and then I'm gonna talk to her, because what I don't want is no flames catching back up.
Yeah,
because I'm separated. Apparently, it was enough to keep you separated this long. Right. So now that you back in my life, all of a sudden these feelings pop back up. I wouldn't leave him. And again, if she friend, she wouldn't ask me. Now she may not choose to be with us together. You know, at the same time, probably have to have separate activities or whatever, but that would be fine with me. But then, you know, I don't think I had no friends that would challenge me like that.
Right. Okay.
Because if they did, then we would just be long-term friends.
Well, I agree with all three of y'all. I'll do the same thing. I said, yo, dude, I mean, I don't know what y'all had back then, didn't work out, but me and her kicking it, I'm going to keep on kicking it. I would hate to lose our friendship. I hope this doesn't end our friendship, but I didn't know that y'all was together back then. And me and her don't still try to rock and see what happens. So I'm with y'all on that. Now, this is going to get everybody. Now, Spicy, I know she's going to say, damn, the white, but Spicy, I'm going with you first. Now, Spicy, we had this little discussion, I think last year, 2 years ago. If you married and your man got so sick when he messed up on himself, I mean, not just throwing up, I mean, boo-boo all over the place, sweating like a mad slave and just throwing up, would you clean them up?
She had a change of heart since last time.
No, I mean, it's bad, Spice. I mean, that boy bubbling and got brown and green all over the sheet.
And I have a very weak stomach. A very weak stomach.
That's what I see.
That you mean, if I'm in love, I'm in love.
Yeah,
I do what I can, but I'm gonna tell you.
Come on now.
Look, she over there dry heaving now.
Help me. I'm clean me out. Help me.
I will clean him. I will.
You gonna clean him up?
I'm gonna clean him up.
Okay, Spicy, I'm proud because last time you kind of, but you know, it's because I agree with you. Some people do have weak stomachs, and they can't.
I have a very weak. I will be having gagging and throwing up and going back to the bathroom. But at the end of the day, when you're in love with somebody, I mean, it's like there's certain things that you'll do that you wouldn't do if you wasn't in love.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I agree. I mean, love make you do some strange things. Keisha, what about you? Your man, you told him to not go to that taco truck. He went to that taco truck, and now he home just decorating the apartment. Besides cleaning the apartment, you gonna clean them up?
Yeah, talking crap. Get your butt in this shower. You look nasty. I told Joe behind not to go there. You sit in this water and think about it. Let me pour a little bleach. And you washing these sheets tomorrow.
Well, I mean, he gotta wash the sheets. What you wash the sheets? The man sick. You can't put the sheets in the washer while he's sick, laying on the commode.
Give me some more sheets because we put that in the trash.
Well,
yeah, don't have those sheets have to go. There ain't no washing to that. No, we get new sheets.
Ain't no washing there.
I'm not gonna be washing no grown people off of those sheets.
It's enough. I'm gagging through the process. So there's no way I'm gonna wash the sheet. I'm gonna throw them away.
And go get some more.
And then sponge.
I mean, I can't throw him.
Those sheep cost a lot of money. You gonna throw them away anyway, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, I can't throw him away. Maybe waiting.
Oh, okay. Well, shit, I guess so. Brother Dez, same question. If she gets sick and she just, I mean, it's like a horror show. You like, damn, what did she eat? But you gonna clean her up, or just sit there and just, hey, baby, can you get yourself in the tub? I'll turn the water on for you. Something. Come on now.
Situation before. I've been in this situation before, and all I could do is just help and clean up. But I'm with Keisha. I was like, I have Kevin Hart wasn't big back then, but it was something like a Kevin Hart moment. Oh my God. What is this? You know, but honest, but see, I knew the reason. My thing was, see, I knew the reason why it happened.
Right.
So I couldn't be upset because she wasn't told what was actually in the meal that was prepared, and it was something that she was allergic to.
Oh damn.
Oh.
And then when you add alcohol on top of that, you know, things happen. So that's one of those situations where, nope. Hey, you got to step up to the plate.
Gotta do what
I don't care.
Do.
Or you just sit on the floor.
Hey, no, let's just say it was a lot of sanitation going on. But hey, I've been in that situation, so I mean, but even if it wasn't like that, because you never know if we together and we old. Maybe I forgot to put my Depends on that day.
Yeah, or you put it on.
I forgot to put my Depends on, and I thought it was a fart, and it turned out to be a shark.
But I don't know.
And I'm gonna tell you, you better shark
with help. I see that out there. I don't see him, I don't even see him talking shit. I just feel I see him as like, it's okay, baby. You got this. I understand.
Yeah.
That's how I would. I mean, I wasn't sitting up there, talking bad about it. No, I wasn't. It was more or less like, I was sincerely concerned.
Yeah. Hey, just being concerned. I was saying I have cleaned up somebody, but when somebody clean you up, because even when I was dating this girl, I messed up bad. I threw up all over the place. I was at work, and she even came to my job, cleaned up the floor, wiped everything. When you find somebody, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if y'all find somebody that will take that and clean your mess, that's love right there. Because a lot of people ain't gonna do that for you. They gonna say, "Shit, you got me messed up. I don't love you that much. I'm gonna clean you up." I ain't clean like that throw up and boo-boo. You on your own, Doc. You on your own. But if you find somebody that will actually clean your butt up, that's a keeper. Or a good friend or something. I'm telling you, you don't find that too much. You really don't. You really don't.
Yeah, don't put me back in the bed on them sticky.
Yeah, I appreciate Keisha's approach, because hey, we can turn this sticky situation into a laughable moment.
Oh my God!
Because the next time we have an argument, you go, you stinky booty boy, what's wrong?
Go get your diaper.
Yeah. What you call Captain Underpants?
Yeah. God dang.
Go get your diaper, pamper butt. Go get your diaper, pamper butt.
Yeah, go on get it.
Why you gotta bring that up? Why you gotta bring that up?
Right? Talking about me like that. See, you wrong for bringing that crap up. Wrong. Nah.
Literally bringing that crap up.
Shitty ass.
Yeah, full of shit. That's what's up. Yeah, that part. Now, so that's Spicy. I'm hearing some music.
Yes, there.
All right, y'all. I'm just gonna come with some. Oh, we'll be back, y'all. Too. To
what I'm supposed to be for my wife and my family, because in my mind, I'm letting my whole family down. I wouldn't feel right if my kid come to me and say, "Hey, Pop, I want something," and I know he deserves it, and I can't get it because I ain't working hard enough. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
ask you, have you ever had the fear of not able to get your girlfriend or kids the things they need? Have you ever had that fear that, wow, I can't get them this or I can't get them that? Has it ever crossed your mind? And have you ever got fear about that or felt nervous about that?
I mean, I'm not gonna necessarily say nervous about it because I'm open and honest with my kids. So
right.
If I can't get it, I just say, hey, what? Because I'm very outspoken, you know what I'm saying? So right. I don't. But 9 times out of 10, most of the time when my kids, especially my daughter, when she asks for something, I'd be like, I ain't getting you shit. I think they're doing it anyway.
Oh my God! But
I don't have no type of fear about it because life happens, and I tell my kids, hey, not this week, next week, we all come.
Yeah, and see, King, I'm glad you said that because like I said, a lot of men, some men out there, they fear that. They fear if they can't get their girlfriends, their wives, their fiancés, the children, something, they feel like I let them down. Or they feel like the kids are not going to love them that much, love them the way they should be loved. Or the wife or the girlfriend going like, wow, we've been here for quite some time and he can't get me that car I want that costs about $80,000 or whatever the case may be. And a lot of men have that fear if they can't give their wives or girlfriends the things they want, they're going to leave them. And that's just one of the biggest fears, Now, I'm like you, King D. I'm like, well, shoot, you want to leave, there's that door. Dad, I'm going to ask you, have you ever felt like that? Or what would you say about a man crying? Do you know any men that are fear of crying in front of people because it makes them look weak?
Well, I don't know because all the men in my family, if they will see you crying,
right,
they'll be tough on you. But they gonna ask you, why are you crying? What are you crying about?
Right.
And of course you're gonna get you man up, toughen up, man up, toughen up.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, they're gonna pull you to the side and talk to you about it.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's hard. I think sometimes let me just put it like this. Me growing up as a boy into a man, it was easier for me to accept certain things from a man than it was from a woman, because when, say, one of my mother or my auntie would try to console me or something,
right,
I didn't feel that same. I felt the comfort, but at the same time, I didn't feel that same type of comfort that I got from my uncles,
Right. Well. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. We're almost done with these questions, and we've been having fun. Y'all have been gone for a minute. We're just doing a little fun here. The truth or dare, or just shoot me. I'm just gonna tell the truth. So I'm gonna go with Keisha. Keisha, let me ask you this. Let's just say, the person you with, y'all have a great communication. I mean, it's like the perfect relationship. But one thing is, he don't believe in God. He do not believe in God. He don't want you talking to him about God. Could you stay with that man, even though he's your man of your dreams? Y'all get along. Y'all do everything. This is, you're like, ooh, God, this is what I'm waiting for. But he does not believe in God. And matter of fact, he don't even want you going to church no more. So what are you gonna do? You gonna stay with him, or you gonna?
Well, no, he's not. He's not from God, because God is not going to send me someone that goes against what the plan is that he has for me. So that is something that I wanted, something that I probably reached out and developed, but that relationship is not from God, because that's not what he wants for me. So no, I would not stay.
So that's a no for you. Fine. Brother Dave, same thing. This woman is your dream girl. I mean, you're like, dang, I got the best woman I ever been with, but she don't believe in God. And she tell you that, hey, you just found out that she don't believe in God, and she like, hey, I want you to hang out with me. I want you to go to church no more. Could you stay with that woman? If she doesn't believe in God, she doesn't want to go to church, she don't want you to go to church, could you stay with her?
Well, my question would be is, okay, you just not believe in the same God that I believe in, or do you just not believe that there is a God, period?
You don't believe that's a God, period.
Well, yeah, that may be hard to deal with, because I don't understand how you can sit up here and tell me that all of this stuff came from a Big Bang theory. You're not, no. Yeah, no, that wouldn't work for me. I don't care how bad she is, because I say it all the time. You can be fine on the outside and ugly on the inside.
You ain't lying, my brother. I'm with you on that.
But
now,
I'll probably work it out with her for a little bit until I get tired of her.
Go ahead and play along for a little bit to get rid of her. Hey, I ain't mad at you. I feel you about that. Spotty, same thing with you. This man is everything, but he don't believe in God. He don't believe in your faith. As a matter of fact, he wants you to stop going to church and giving your money to the pastor. What you doing? You staying, or you walking out that door?
Well, see, that's one thing about me. When I know you're interested in me and you want to see things within me to go anywhere, my first question before we even go any further is, do you believe in God, and do you have a love for God? Because if you don't have one or the other or either, no, that's a no for me. We can't talk no further.
I feel you. And just to say, I was in my younger days, I met a girl and I was crazy about her. And the way I found that she didn't believe in God, didn't care for God, when I invited her to my church, and she said, "Church? I don't do no damn church. I don't believe in God." I said, "What you believe in?" I believe in reincarnation. When you die, you come back as a bug or something. I don't believe in no damn God. I don't want him in my life. I said, "Well, God dang, she fine. God dang." But I had to let her go. I mean, I just couldn't stay with her. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of did what Dad was saying. I'll stay around and trick a little bit, and I'm probably here. But I couldn't stay with her. You don't believe in God, and you can't say, you just one of those people. I'm sorry. I mean, everybody got their own thing, but I just can't be with you. I'm just sorry. I can't deal with you, and I'm gonna keep it real. If you don't believe in God, I can't be with you. I mean, you ain't got to be a person to go to church every day or this and this and that, but if you're the type of person that can't believe that. I mean, how you think we got here? And just like Dad said, we didn't get here by a big boom theory, but the ants to the great whale of the sea. God made this stuff, and for you not to believe, God dang, I don't get it. But hey, each day on. Now this is the big thing around here. In fact, I was talking to a friend of mine. I ain't gonna mention his name, and he actually did this. He was in a relationship for maybe over, I think, 20 years. They wasn't even married, but in Texas, they say when you with somebody for a long time, you consider marriage. But he left this woman after 20 years because of something that she couldn't stop doing. And I'm going to go with Spicy. Now, Spicy, if you with somebody, as time goes on, you stay with somebody for years, sometimes they looks and their things about them change. Now, if you was with a man, this man gained, enormous amount of weight. I ain't talking about just little weight. I mean, the type of weight that when he gets up, it takes him 5 to 10 minutes just to get off the seat, and he wobble like a duck and can barely get in the car. And I'm talking about heavy breathing. Would you be able to stay with that man if he gained that much weight?
Well, as everyone knows, I like my man thick, But if he's having those type of problems, yeah, I still deal with him. I just have to assist him. That's it.
So you'll stay with him, huh?
Yeah. I stay with him, especially if he's a good man.
No matter if he's about 400 pounds plus, you'll still be by his side.
I'll still be by his side, but we're going to be changing our diet up.
Well, he said he ain't changing his diet. No, I'm a man. I'm eating meat. I ain't changing nothing up. Then what?
Love is stronger than that, so I would stay by his side.
You say, okay, Spice, I hear you. All right. Brother Dez, same question. You get with a woman, give her a dime piece. Over the years, she went from a dime piece to a 15, 25. I mean, boom, she out there. I mean, she's wobbling like a duck. Or they, as they call, what is that they call? Big backs. She's a big back now. Could you still stay with her, or would you leave her? Or would you encourage her to lose weight so you won't leave her? But what would you do if she gained that much weight? Would you stay with her? Or would you be out there doing?
I think this is a biased question for me because I've never dated a woman that was under 200 pounds.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he wrote a song about it, want to head, go, you know. You know, but I mean, if you really love somebody, you'll understand people do change over time. Let's be realistic about
That's
it.
true. That's
You
true.
know, especially, if y'all done had kids, them baby weights, some women can have them babies and get rid of that weight, and some of them can't. But
Yeah.
your true love and your care for that person should supersede that. And like Spicy said, if it starts getting out of hand, I mean, you can always, hey baby, let's go walk in the park. I know you like long walks in the park. I know you might, they got some benches, we can stop, take a little seat here, there,
Right.
but I mean, and it's not force it, but it's still, even though you got that weight, I still want you to be healthy.
Yeah. Okay. I like that, Daz. I like that. Keisha, same question. You got with a man, and over the years, this man gained so much weight he can barely get up, and he walked down the hall like a duck. I mean, he's big and he's breathing heavy. Could you stay with somebody that gained that much weight, or would you leave, or maybe would you encourage him to lose weight?
I could love somebody because he's the same person that he was when he was small. He just put on some weight. But if you love that person, you should be able to encourage him, because if he's refusing to not diet, then he's probably suffering from underlying depression or anxiety. So something else is going on. And by me leaving him, that's only going to push him further into whatever it is. And by that time, if he that big, he ain't been eating by himself. So I probably got big too.
Oh, snap.
Probably been cooking for him on top of that.
I mean, I'm just saying, if we together all the time, how you get that big and I'm still skinny?
Oh, snap. Damn, Keisha. That's all right.
So shoot, I probably got a little big too.
And you know that old saying, it's more cushion for the pushing.
More to love, right? Hey, there's more to love.
That'll be too something if you won't do something.
Do something with it. Now this is gonna be the final question. This gonna hit men the most, but it's two different questions for the men and the women. I'm gonna start with Dez first. Now, Dez, could you stay with a woman that can't cook? I mean, she can't cook jack. She can't even boil water right. Could you stay with a woman that didn't know how to cook?
You know what? No. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure. Let me make sure I answer this question honestly. I could stay with a woman that couldn't cook. As long as she was taking care of me in other aspects, because if she couldn't cook, push come to shove, I would pick up a cookbook and learn how to cook myself. Okay. If I really loved her, I would, okay, well, hey, baby, don't even worry about the cooking tonight, what's that one place you like to eat at? Yeah, we can go there. Or, well, baby, look, I've been watching this TV show, and I want to try this recipe, something like that. But, because she might not be able to cook it. She might not be able to cook in the kitchen, but she might be able to burn in the bedroom. You know what I mean? And I'm not. I can enter
burn.
I'm just saying. It's all about compromise.
Oh snap!
Ain't that what that in Boomerang? What you say? He ain't married me for my cooking.
Yeah. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, that's what it's for. Hey, I hear you on that, brother. And Keisha, now it's a different question. Could you be with a man that, he can't do nothing. He don't know how to change a tire. He don't know how to change a light bulb. He don't know how to really do nothing. He kind of, it's like a reverse. It's like you doing everything, changing the tire, this and that. Could you be with a man that was kind of lacking in that department? He basically don't know how to do much of nothing. Could you stay with them? Could you work with them?
Yeah, he got enough money to where he can just pay somebody to do that stuff.
No, he ain't got that much money. I knew you were gonna say something like that. So that now he ain't like he's broke, but he don't even try. He's not even cutting the grass. Could you be with a man like that?
Well, because you know what, I would involve him. There's a way to get to everything. I'm going to show him, hey babe, let's go in here and change this light bulb. I bet you can't change this light bulb with me. We'd make it into a game, because maybe somewhere down the line he's been pampered, or he never had to do those things, or he never felt like. But in order for you to show your son how to be a man, tell him to be a man, and you can't even change the light bulb.
Ooh. Man, that hurt. God damn, you gonna make that man cry. I can't believe you said that shit.
I bet he get up there and change that light bulb.
In that man's defense, he may not know how to do it, but I'm pretty sure he got a couple partners, Earl, Ray, Stevie. They know how to do this stuff
behind his back, because he can't do it. They can.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he know they gonna come over to the house. Yeah, you called me over here, man. You know you could have did this. All you had to do was this.
Check the transmission fluid.
Damn, can't even do that. God dang.
And wash the clothes.
Damn. Well, hey, now, Spicy, could you deal with a man that couldn't change the tires, even check the oil? He couldn't even check the oil. He don't even know how to do that. Don't know how to cut no grass. Can't even change the light bulb. I mean, could you be with a man like that?
Now, you talk a person that's incapable, or you just talking about somebody that just
lazy?
They're just lazy.
It's not even about lazy, because you didn't see it until y'all really got together. And when the things needed done in the house, he couldn't do the simple tasks in the house. Most men would try to do stuff or fix stuff before they even, unless it's something serious, they have to call some professional to come in there. But this man don't even change the light bulb. He don't know how to do a tire. I mean, shoot. He don't do none of that. You got to go cut the grass. But you love him, though. But could you actually stay with somebody like that?
I just don't like no lazy. I can't. And to me, that's laziness. It's like, because if I could pick up a book or go on YouTube and learn how to do something, I'm pretty sure he could too. But
yeah,
it just can't. It makes me sick when a person just don't try at least,
right?
Want to do it, have the drive to do it. But just like Keisha, even if I see him out there trying to work in the car, I'm gonna get out there and try to help. I'm gonna try to see what way I could assist. But just to plain out say, well, I don't know how to do that, or I can't do that, or I don't feel like, I can't.
I don't blame you, Spicy. Now, but with the cooking part with me, yeah, you gonna have to kind of cook something. I ain't saying you gotta be like Chef Ramsay or this and that, but for me, yeah, a woman should, I cook for myself, but yeah, I would like to have a woman know how to cook something.
You just go out to eat now. You gotta look at it. People are putting things in your food now. You're getting sick about it. I'm learning the hard way. So you got to learn how to cook if you want to stay alive. Because a lot.
Well, man, like a woman that can cook something. I mean, something. Cook me something. I mean,
but see, to me, one of the things that attract me when it comes down to a man is when he knows how to cook. That's just attractive to me.
You like a man that know how to cook?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, most men. I'm not saying the majority of men they can cook. I mean, I'm not saying most men are the best cook or whatever, but some men. I mean, I cook myself.
Yeah, because I teach myself how to cook. They got some of my recipes, not all of them, but the ones I want them to know. But
yeah,
couldn't stay in my mama's house if you didn't know how to fry chicken.
No, see, my thing is, I'm about to set my sons up for failure to where they feel like they had to depend on any woman to do that for them. Like I told my sons, what if you do, come in contact with a woman that is really good to you? She probably could do a lot of things, good, but she don't know how to cook. Or she could become disabled and not able to stand up in the kitchen and cook.
Yeah.
You got that. But then I don't want you to think that, I got to have a woman around just so I can have something to eat. No, cook for yourself.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
You got to be able to survive. You got to be able to survive.
You definitely have to survive. Yeah, and most men around our Generation X and Dad's age and all of that, most of them know how to cook because their mamas, took him in the kitchen and showed him how to cook a couple of things. Because
my son's in the kitchen at 7 years old. Just like my granddaughter. She's 9, and I'm teaching her how to cook. I just don't. I mean, it shocked me, and I didn't know this existed until one day one of my daughter's ex-friends, she just blatantly said, she said, "I really don't know how to cook." I was like, "What?"
God, that's crazy. Because I think most of the young men know how to cook more than the women do. The young women today,
they do.
It's true. They know how to cook more than the young women today. Young guys, I feel sorry for y'all. I mean, I ain't mad at you for learning how to cook, because y'all cook more than these young women. It ain't like back in my day, women be in the kitchen cooking their butts off, but the younger generation, they don't cook.
Yeah, even though, I love to eat, I love to cook, that's one of my therapies. I really love to cook. And my thing is just to see a man in the kitchen and him throwing down and he cooking, or he even cook me a meal. Yeah, like I feel that's a turn on for me.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. My son said it himself. He said, "Dad, I can't be with no woman that can't cook." That's my youngest son, 24. He said, if she can't cook, my son love Mexican food. He gonna eat a Palmera and a Latino woman, because that boy loved the hell out of Mexican food. Oh, he just loved it. He's crazy about it. Yeah, he said, yeah, she gonna have to cook. If she don't know how to cook, I can't deal with her. That's just the bottom line. So yeah. But like I said,
Kendra had a question.
Oh, she had a question? What did she have? Well, hello, Kendra. I'm glad you watched the show.
No. Yeah, we can see it. Put your question.
Yeah, we can see it. Go ahead and put it up there. Miss Kendra. I want to know which one she's trying to answer. That's like our phone lines are down, right, Spicy?
Yeah, the phone lines are down. It's something with AT&T. I actually got both my numbers going into one phone. So
they be tripping.
I got to deal with that. So right now, I'm praying that everything be up and going by next Friday.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is why it's like the business phone. If I have it connected, then all of a sudden, if somebody calls the person's phone, it's gonna ring on here. So I'm like, how do you put 2 lines on one phone? Like, no, I can't do that.
Damn, boy. But AT&T's a trip. I mean, I don't know. They a trip for real. Okay, where you at, Kendra? We about to bust out of here, girl. Where you at? You got that question up there? She's trying to answer a question.
She probably still typing it.
Or she probably typing it.
She was trying to answer.
I saw some stuff flash across the screen, but I didn't get a chance to catch everything. But I did see a couple of things go across the screen while we was. About
a woman not able to cook.
Yeah.
What if she can't cook? She's not good behind closed doors. Would you stay with her?
Who, me? She gotta cook. If she ain't good behind closed doors, I can help her and teach her some things with that. But she gotta learn to look. I'm slim, but I like to eat some stuff. It surprised me. That made me like, whoa, girl, let's take this in the room. Come on, what's up?
Would you date someone who you like everything about them, but you're a Christian and that person is still trying to figure it out? The figuring out is one thing, but it takes the point if they believe and have love for God.
Okay, I can help with this one. I can help with this one. Because my mother's a devout Christian. She got into a relationship with a Muslim.
Oh.
And she said it would not work because, first of all, she wasn't giving up her pork.
That part.
And they were still good friends, and they didn't bump heads really a whole lot when it came to that, but it did make it hard for them to stay together, and he's still a devout Muslim to this day, and she is still a devout Christian, and they're good friends. They're good friends. But as far as being in a relationship, it didn't work for her because she couldn't adhere to the customs of being a Muslim wife.
Oh, okay. So it's a pig. She wasn't gonna give the pork, but I guess they have other things in that culture where they have to abide by that.
It's a lot of the laws and things that they abide by.
Right.
My mama wasn't going for that. No, that wasn't. Nah, that wasn't gonna work for her. You know, so I mean, you gotta weigh your options, you know, because that, you know, religion, as much as I hate to say it, religion can be a deal breaker in a relationship.
You're right.
Regardless of how good of a person that is. But you know, I wouldn't, if y'all not seeing eye to eye when it comes to that, I wouldn't deal with it. But you know, to each his own. You know, I'm just saying, me personally, I wouldn't be able to deal with somebody who didn't have at least the ability to understand or, you know, accept some of the things that the principles that I believed in.
Right.
Even though technically all religions are the same thing, they just reworded. But you know, so that. But you know, I would say. But just think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'm glad that she brought that up because Keisha and Spicy, I'm saying, I mean, it was like his mom. Would y'all be able to, if a man said you got to give up your religion, I guess for his religion, could y'all work it out? Y'all had different religion?
You know, even though it states in the Bible that she's supposed to follow him, you know, like I said, I could not follow him. That's why I wouldn't even get in a relationship. You know, we could be friends. But I could not get in a relationship with somebody that has total different beliefs than I do. Because like I said, I take it serious and my love is deep when it comes out and talking about my father.
I feel you on that. Same thing with you, Keish. Could you do it or you just say, hey, this is my religion?
No, I would not lay down I'm going to call it a relationship. I would not lay down my relationship with my Heavenly Father because just simply, I know everybody has a different relationship with him. But if you're close to God, like apparently you are, because you're asking this question out of concern, one, stay prayerful. And like I said before, God will send you who's for you. And then you're not going to have to question it. You're not going to have to wonder. You're not going to have to think about it, toy over it. If that person is truly, truly sent from God, he's either going to step over to your side or he's going to already come ready. And will, you know, do whatever you got to do to join forces and, you know, become awesome women and men of God. But you know where your relationship lies with what your relationship is with God, and don't you know, set it down for anybody if you like that person, because if he like you that much, you're gonna be, well, let me see what you're talking about. Let me try this thing with you. Talking about, you know, if he's willing to do that, then you know, could have some.
And it also means, you know, it makes me wonder when she said that person is still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
What, you know, it all depends on what he's trying to figure it out as well. So.
I agree. I mean, I enjoyed this. Oh, go ahead, Dan.
I'll say also.
Is he muted? The volume.
You're inviting a lot of arguments.
Right.
Into your relationship if y'all really don't see eye to eye on that aspect. You know, if you can't come to an understanding, you know, because you know, sometimes, like y'all said, some people are, I mean, like they are heavy on this is what I believe in. This is my way, and this is the way it's gonna be. You know, and if you get into a relationship with somebody that you're going to automatically start bumping heads with, that's not going to be healthy for you physically or mentally.
You're right.
Exactly. I'm that person. I refuse to confrontate or even go back and forth when it is, like I said, if it's written, it is what it is.
Yeah, I agree with y'all 100% on that. I agree. I mean, this has been fun. We're going to have to definitely do this again because I have other questions, but we'll be here all night. But I'll say it for part 2 when we ever do this again. But I just want to know, go down the line, give everybody a chance to say, you know, say what you want to say before we end the show. And start with Keisha. You got anything you want to say out there to people that's watching before we end the show?
Yes. The audience was really, really engaged, and I really appreciate that. Thank everybody for joining us tonight. I really enjoyed the show. Dare to tell the truth. I believe I told the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So I enjoyed it, and So help me God. But I thank everybody for just joining in and participating and, shooting us your messages, for interacting with us. We really appreciate that. Have a great night and a wonderful weekend.
Brother Dez, you have any last words you want to say?
Feels good to be back. Appreciate everybody who came through to check us out. We missed y'all just as much as y'all missed us. Can't wait to do this again. And I was telling the truth. I told the truth. I dared myself to tell the truth, and I did it. I'm sober. I ain't took one shot yet. I'm gonna change that in a minute. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate this type of show, because to me, it felt like a kind of a good little freestyle. Let's get back into it type of, conversation, just to get us warmed up for when we get into the real juicy stuff. Right. So I appreciate this being our welcome back show, so that we could just get loose and just be free.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Spicy, what you got to say, Spicy?
Well, what I got to say, when Dwight brought this topic, I was like, this would be something interesting. I like to see what he's going to do with it. So, it's a great topic. I do want to say that, it's been a whole year with Grown Men Talking. I'm so proud of them. They have done a great job. We have got great reviews behind them. And I also want to say I love and appreciate everyone that's stood beside them, or behind them in the screen, and supported them. All the reviews, the messages. I know someone's like, okay, are y'all not coming back? Yeah, we're coming back. Spice just had to take a vacation. I'm back. We're back. And hey, we ready to get it on and popping.
That's what I said. And I just want to say this is just like Dad said, this is like a great warm up, because we have been away for a little bit, but this is just getting back in the flow. And I'm gonna say I enjoy everybody that watched the show tonight, and I enjoy the panel of people here. Just for us, the rest of the group who couldn't join us, but it was fun. I mean, just like freestyle talking, what we do and not do, and just like we sitting at the house just kicking back talking. So we just want to say we appreciate everybody that watches us, and we love y'all out there, and we miss y'all. And like I said, if y'all have any ideas for the men's show, for Women to Vibe, or Unspoken Heart, get in contact with Spicy or myself, with Keisha, and we just glad to be back, and we just appreciate y'all. And for myself and Dez, Keisha, and Spicy, we love y'all, and we'll be back. And y'all have a great weekend. We out.
Out of there.